So we missed that flight. Hey girls, so don't mind me. I have my hair air drying. I'm just gonna blow it out. I'm packing for Florida, so I wanted to come through and vibe with y'all for that. I'm just trying to get my clothes together. Like, Lord Jesus, girl, I get anxious every time it's time to go to the airport. I don't know why, but I picked up this oversized graphic tee in the men's section at Old Navy, and I was like, this is gonna be cute or whatever. And I'm gonna just wear this with these little Old Navy shorts. I got these really loose fitting shorts because, you know, it's gonna be hot, and it has like little underwears in there. Like, girl, I'm still gonna be wearing drawers, so I might wear that together. I have a lounge set, okay, and now I'm just trying to find some other stuff. I got my pool stuff. Oh, I gotta get my bathing suits. Let me get my bathing suits. I'm about to sit down and blow dry my hair, but in between time, like, I was trying to get shit done because I will catch anxiety in this month. I already kind of do have anxiety. People stressing me out. So I got some bathing suits. I got this one with the little ruche lettuce butt. And there's pools, there's hot tubs and all that stuff. We're staying at a deluxe villa. And it's like 4 rooms, really big place. And taking this top. And this is going to be mainly for pictures. And if I get in the pool, I get in the pool. But I'm going to get some content as well. Bikini. And these are 2 only bathing suits that I want to bring. Yeah, because I already wore that long sleeve one. Yeah, I don't need a whole lot for that. What am I wearing to the airport? Like, my airport fit, I gotta be so comfortable. Anyways, I'm gonna bring these little crop tops for probably pictures, or I might wear this crop top with either these shorts or these athletic shorts. That might be a look. This might be a look. I'm just wearing real simple athletic type of stuff because it's Disney. Like, this is not about me, honey. Still want to look cute. Okay, so I'll come back in a little bit. Maybe I'll speed this up. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what's going on. We're going to Disney, so I'll be back. Okay, y'all, my hair is straight, so I'm gonna let it cool off, and then I'm gonna go back through and curl it and put my pins in. So I may not be able to go to Target today. I may have to go in the morning because it's literally raining and I don't want to fuck my hair up. But this is what it's giving right now. Okay, so I know it's not the best lighting in here. I want to show you guys. I'm just still packing, honestly. Like, it's 5:16. Hold on, let me turn the light on. Okay, so it's 5:16 and I just got Naja's stuff, so I'm just packing her stuff in the suitcase as well. I'm getting excited, you guys. I'm so ready to freaking get out of here. I'm just rolling everything because I just want to maximize space. Yeah, I already got my hair pinned up. You'll see it. Yeah. My daughter, I asked her, what do you want to wear to the airport? This girl says, I'm gonna wear my pajamas. Oh my god. These kids are so different. But it is okay. It is okay. I love her, love her, love her down. So, I guess there are worse things, right? I've always let her do her own thing when it comes to dressing. I never cared because I never got to step outside the box like that. Like, if you want to wear a costume to school, wear a costume. I don't freaking care as long as you're happy, you know? Like, let kids have that imagination. Like, I don't care. Why would that embarrass me? Why? Alright, so I think we did good. I mean, we have to do our toiletries. I'm gonna be taking these UGG sandals And I'm also going to be taking these. Or maybe I should wear these to the airport. If I wear these to the airport, I'm going to have to change my whole outfit. I mean, these have every color in them damn near. Yeah, I probably should wear those to the airport. Let me figure this out. Okay, y'all, so I'm about to put a couple of personal care items like moisturizer for my daughter's hair into these little airport safe containers. So, because I just don't feel like taking this whole thing, you know what I mean? So this is the set, and I got it from Amazon. It has a spray bottle, the one you can squirt, a couple other bottles, and then they have like this. Oh, I guess you can. And then they have like a funnel. And then they have like a travel comb brush situation, which I thought was really cute. So I will link this, and I think that I get something from y'all shopping the stuff. I don't know, because y'all know I don't get paid. We'll try this out and see if I can get me a little check if y'all decide to buy something. That should be good, because this is really just going to be for Nasia if she needs it. So that's one. Of course, I got to put my Nivea, child. Please. I wonder if I should put in. I'm gonna be bringing one perfume. It'll probably be Chanel. When I tell y'all I'm going mommy mode, like I might get a couple cute pics. Like I have a couple cute little outfits I brought for pics purposes only, but for purposes of the trip, like my mood, straight mommy mode. Want my daughter to have the absolute best time. Oh, but I'm gonna sneak y'all some pictures, of course. Well, the next time y'all will see me will probably be tomorrow, because I'm pretty much done. So y'all probably see me tomorrow at the airport. Good night. Riding the car with some pepper in the trunk. Tone in my lap and you know it's a pump. Bring it down the good green roller in the get up here tight, girl, say I'm the man. Alright y'all, so we finally made it. I have such a story to tell y'all, but I'm gonna give y'all a quick tour. The flight. Oh my god, I cannot wait to tell y'all the drama. Girl, the drama. I just ate. This is you walk in. Oh, that door locks automatically. Alright, so little eating area, kitchen. Nasia. Okay, so this area is super cute. Nasia, press pause on that video for me. This area is super cute, and I'm gonna take pictures right here because it's a photo op. And then over here is like a laundry room and stuff. And then in here, little linen closet. We have a bathroom down here. Child, I am so mother freaking tired. Okay, and then let's go upstairs. There's a bedroom over here, but it's not my bedroom. But this is the little chilling area, kitchen area. Let me show y'all, like, okay, so super, super tall ceilings. And Yeah, like I said, this is not my bedroom. This is Naja's dad's bedroom, so I'm not gonna go in there. But I'm gonna show you guys upstairs. And we just ate McDonald's. Ugh. All right, y'all. So I gotta climb these stairs with my suitcase and. Oh. All right, so this is the second floor. Super cute. That's where we just were. And then there's like a little patio. And then a little walkway. And this is my room. And let's see what's out of this. Oh, I can't see anything right now. But this is my room. There's a TV. And then this opens to the balcony. I think it's raining. There's a lake view right there, but it's dark, so I'll show y'all in the morning. And then the bathroom. Here's the bathroom. And shower. Bathroom stuff. Okay. What you doing, girl?
Getting water.
What's this? Oh. Okay, here is probably Naja's room. I don't know what room she's choosing, but 2 twin beds in here. This the room you choosing or that one?
Which one are you choosing?
I'm getting the big king bedroom down there.
I'll choose.
Which one?
This one.
Okay.
I need my clothes.
Okay. So that is the tour. I'm about to shower, get in the bed because I'm sure we're waking up early tomorrow to go to, where are we going tomorrow?
Disney World.
Disney tomorrow? Okay, because I didn't know if it was Seaworld. Okay. But yeah, y'all, I have such a story to tell y'all about everything that happened today. It was crazy, wasn't it, boo? But it's been fun. So I will catch up with y'all tomorrow. You'll get all the Disney content. Okay. Alright, baby. I'm gonna separate your clothes.
I ain't gonna say that we back or nothing, cause that implies that we're back from something. If we're back from something, it's some checks you owe us. I expect that payment, nothing less or over. I don't need them favors that you asked me for. I could get 2 fucks about where the Grammys go. I just gave out Grammys on my Instagram. Them OVO boys, the business, man. It is what it is. Trust me, you get what you give. Yeah. You gotta come to my side and see how we live. Yeah. I cannot see heaven being my... I'm the only one left that's still doing this shit. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know. I haven't had a good time in a long time, you know. I'm way up, I feel blessed. Way up, I feel blessed.
So why they don't eat the other fish in here?
it's just nerves, it's just big. Make me think of someone new. You know I got so much to say. I try to hide it in my face and it don't work. You see through, yeah, I just wanna get with you and you're right. You're right, I got my God, but I can't help it, I want you. Say you right, I got my God, but I can't help it, I want you. I can't stop to look the other way, 'cause I know it could be, babe, and you never felt the same. You'll be thinking about it every day.
So today is the last day that we're here. We're going to Epcot today. Look at my baby. Say hi. And I have so much to fill y'all in on. I haven't been able to talk to y'all at all. But trust me, there's a reason, and I will tell y'all everything that has been going on, from the flight to the everything. I'll tell y'all when I get a moment alone. Okay? Not my baby not the issue. So I'll tell y'all that stuff later. So let's go to Epcot. Hey y'all, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna get into this story time about Orlando, Disney, everything that happened on our flights, etc., all the drama. I'm just gonna tell y'all everything because I feel like it's an entertaining story, and I feel like the craziest stuff happens to me, so why not share it. So first of all, let me just say I hope that this comes out okay, because while at Disney, my daughter's dad dropped my camera out of my book bag that she was carrying on her back. So my viewfinder is actually stuck upside down right now. So what I'm looking at is my viewfinder, but it's upside down. So I'm going to have to periodically check this to make sure that I'm like okay, which I think I'm okay, but I just hate that I can't see myself like how I'm supposed to look. So anyways, okay, so I was just checking the footage and it looked like the volume is really low, so let's hope this fixes itself because I had to turn it up. Y'all, this is not going very well, but listen, so let's start at the beginning. Okay, so how did this trip even come about? If you don't know, I was married to my daughter's dad. We got divorced. We've been divorced for a couple of years now. We are not besties, but we have worked over the years to have a working co-parenting relationship for the betterment just of our kid. We don't want to fight. We don't want to have her in a toxic environment because we don't have time for it. So we're cool in that regard. He ended up booking a trip for Disney. We had been talking about he's going to be taking his leave. Oh, and I'm doing my makeup, but I'm not going over products because this is just a chit chat. So he's in Korea, so he's going to be taking his leave, and he wanted to take her to Disney. She's never been to Disney, and we've never really taken her on a family vacation. If we did, she was really small and it was probably somewhere local. Together, she's not really been around us like that in quite a while. I mean, one time she was around us together because that's when I kind of first moved out here and he was still in town, and Darren, Nasia, and I went to TGI Fridays, and we like were just kicking it, and it was cool, and it was really, really cool. So besides that, that was like last year sometime. Besides that, we haven't been in the same vicinity with our daughter. So we thought that it was a good idea, and during the time that he asked me to go was during the time that Darren and I had our last breakup, which was really awkward because, I mean, we've already talked about it. You know, the trip has already happened, but I'm just being transparent with y'all because maybe somebody out there has these type of scenarios. I doubt it, but maybe you're trying to navigate co-parenting, and I don't know, these things people don't talk about and how people navigate this stuff. So during the time that we were broken up, Darren went out of town to Georgia, and we weren't speaking for like one day, and I was really, really mad with him, and he was upset with me and stuff like that. So we weren't really speaking at all. And then I had that epiphany that I told y'all about, that I was like, let me go get my man. In between that window of time, my daughter's dad asked about this trip. He was solidifying plans with me. At first, I was under the impression that it was just going to be my daughter and her dad, because that's what we discussed. Somewhere, somehow, he got confused and thought that it was going to be a full family trip. Even though it's platonic, I didn't say that. He was under that impression. I think he got confused. Maybe he was tired, time difference. I don't know. So he ended up asking me something about the room or something. He was like, is this going to be... So, like I was saying, he was asking specific questions that had me confused. Like, okay, you know, you get in Asia, you know, y'all spend the night or whatever, y'all go wherever. Why is he asking me so many questions? I'm like, dang, he really trying to make sure this trip is perfect for her. So he was asking me something about the villa or the room, and I'm like, it should be fine. He was like, somehow it came up like, okay, does this day work for you or something like that? I was like, wait a minute, I'm going on this trip? And he was like, wait, I thought that's what you said. I was like, no, because I was talking about booking a trip for her to Jamaica like next year. You know what I'm saying? Because she's never been international. And I don't know, you guys. I honestly don't know how this conversation got so switcheroo. But I do think that it's a good idea that she see us together and not fighting as her parents. So I was like, okay, I thought about it for a little bit. And then I was like, it should be fine. We've already established that we're not together. We're not getting together. I'm in a relationship. Well, at the time I wasn't. But I've been in a relationship. He's met my boyfriend. Like, it's clear. I've met some of his little girlfriends and stuff. So I thought it would be fine. Especially since in this moment that this conversation is happening, I am technically single. So I'm giving y'all so much backstory. But I'm going to get to the point, I promise you. But y'all, I know people are going to be like, but I thought, you know. So, whatever. That got done, whatever. Since then, me and Darren have discussed certain things. We dealt with it. It's over and done with. So let's fast forward to the trip. Okay, so we went from the 22nd to the 26th. Everything was going smooth. I had wrote myself a list because I am not an organized person. I am a last minute person. I am a procrastinator. I am very disorganized, and I know that about myself. So I've been trying to work on being like a more organized person and mom. I went ahead and I packed Nasia and I's suitcase. I put everything in one suitcase. Everything was cool, okay? So he comes to my apartment to pick us up. He comes to pick us up. We go to the airport. It's like 20 minutes away. So I'm already thinking in my head, okay, we have to make sure we take a picture of the parking spot, because that's something that I always forget to do when I go on vacation with Darren. And then we end up so mad. I'm like worried about the parking spot. Mind you, it is storming right now. It started raining so bad, and so I'm like, freak. I had my little blowout, and I'm like, dang, I don't want my hair to get messed up the first day of the trip. So I'm just telling you my thought process. So we go up under the little, you know how you catch the bus to go to your actual terminal. So we're sitting under that. Everything's going great. I got my umbrella. I'm prepared. Nasia's under the awning already. I'm getting my stuff out. Rude is helping with the bags. That's her dad. He's helping with the bags. Cool. I don't have to do everything by myself. Nice. Okay. So we're sitting under the awning. He's going to park. And then he shows up and we're all just waiting, and it's still raining. So I'm sitting there, and somebody came up and they asked about where are we, so we know where we parked at. And then I noticed there was a sign behind that woman, and I was like, oh, you could just take a picture of that. So I asked Ruth, did you take a picture of it? So I'm worried about that. And he's like, yeah, I already took care of it. The bus comes. I was just looking at my phone because I was actually going to take a picture of the parking area. So I remember my phone being in my hand, and I also think I checked the weather. So at that point, my phone was in my hand. So we get on the bus. That was a little like crazy because Nasia didn't know what to do, and it was like, Nasia, sit down. So then we get to the actual terminal. We walk inside. We have our luggage, everything. We walk inside, and something tells me, because my phone is usually in my hand, especially like right now, I'm in the middle of a TikTok. So I have a TikTok on draft. And I'm just taking footage. I'm a content creator. You always taking footage of something that you could chop up later. So I'm like, damn, where's my phone? Because I was recording, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking in my bag. I got my Neverfull. That's my airport bag. And I don't see my phone because my Neverfull was so organized. I mean, I organized everything because I know how I get at the airport because I'm the person that carries their laptop everywhere. So I had that in there and I know how TSA is. So I was just trying to make sure that I knew where everything was. So don't see the phone. So I immediately stopped right there and I'm like, y'all, I don't see my phone. Do y'all have my phone? Because Nasia had a little book bag as well and they're looking for my phone. Nobody can find my phone. So Root is like, oh boy, because he knows if I don't have that phone, it's going to be a problem. And so he just took off and went to like find out who was the bus driver. Like it could only be either on that bus or at the bus stop. So at first I thought it was on the bus. And so he was looking for the bus driver. He didn't find the bus driver. And then I think he did. And they were like, no, we don't have any phone. So I'm like, I am screwed. So at this point, we're like, oh, well, I'm just going to have to find my phone, my iPhone, and like just use my laptop on the trip to communicate with people. Like, how am I going to go on a trip with my ex-husband, not have my phone, and have a boyfriend? Oh my God. I was like, this ain't gonna work. So, because if that was him, oh girl, what is you talking about? What is you talking about? This is a setup. That would make, now I'm not gonna say anybody, but that would make somebody with anxiety go crazy. Girl, I'm just sitting here. Hold on. I'm nervous at this point, but we have to go because we arrived at the airport. First of all, Root came to pick us up a little bit late, which was fine. It wasn't crazy late. But then we couldn't find a parking spot at first and it's raining. So that's just pushing time. And so you're supposed to arrive at the airport 2 hours early. So we were probably like at this point an hour or an hour and a half early. So we're going through TSA or whatever, and we're noticing that the line is not freaking moving that fast. And then we're noticing that the line is not moving at all. And we're like, what the heck? And it's not that many people in the TSA line. So we're like, okay, like what? So we're like, okay, forget it. Surely they're not going to let us miss our flight. So mind you, the little bit of people that was right there, all were getting on the same flight. So everybody was like, okay. So there was this white guy behind us and he was like, when we got closer to the TSA, like the front of the line, because it was finally moving, he was like, yo, my plane's about to leave in 6 minutes. We stood in that line for like 45 minutes. And in that amount of time, Root got a phone call because I think he was calling my phone. And he got a phone call back. Whoever the person was in Angel had my phone downstairs at baggage claim. So in that amount of time that we're waiting in the TSA line, he had time to go all the way downstairs. This boy was ripping and running. I appreciate that. So he had time to go downstairs and get my phone. Thank you, Jesus. And maybe that's why, now I'm thinking about it, maybe God was looking out for me and that's why the line was moving so slow, because I wouldn't have. Anyways, so alright, he got my phone. I was so happy. I didn't care about nothing else. So we finally got through TSA line, which literally took forever. We are booking it to the gate. Girl, that flight left. The flight had left, so we missed that flight. The next flight was leaving like at 5. So our flight, that original flight left at 2 something. So the next flight that we had to get on wasn't going to leave till 5. So we went and got a drink and food over there at this little place called the Tap Room in the Charlotte airport. Root wasn't too upset. You know, it became like the joke of the day or whatever, but he wasn't too upset, which was cool. So we were just chilling, you know, everybody's on their phone. Fast forward, we get ready to get on our flight. So we have to go to Atlanta. From Atlanta, we go to Orlando. We get on the flight, and there's a lady on the flight. Once everybody, you know, is seated, there's a lady to our left that is just, I'm looking at her and I'm like, God, she is doing the absolute most. She had all these like papers. I don't know if she was in college or if she was a teacher, but shorty was flipping through these papers like so much. And I'm like one of those people that get overly stimulated. You know, stuff gets on my nerves. Like if you're chewing gum a certain way, it gets on my nerves. If, you know, certain things just really drive me crazy. And I think I have ADHD, but I haven't been diagnosed. But, you know, I've been spending a little bit too much time on TikTok. But I do think I'm a neurodivergent, I think it's called. And I've experienced this like my whole life. So I'm looking at this and it feels like nobody else is noticing this. But I'm like, that woman is going berserk with those papers. I'm just looking at this go on and I'm like, ugh. It's taking a while for them to pull off. I think something was going on with the weather and they couldn't pull off. So we were just sitting there for a little bit. So she's like, well, can I go to the bathroom? She asked one of the flight attendants, could she go to the bathroom? And I think they told her no. The seatbelt sign was on. But she was like, look, come on, I really have to go. So I was like, So she goes to the bathroom. Shorty is in the bathroom for a minute. I'd say about 10 minutes she's in the bathroom. Because the captain was steady updating us and we still couldn't leave. But shorty was in the bathroom that entire time. And I'm like, I'm aware of this, you know what I mean? She finally comes out of the bathroom and all you hear is the flight attendant like, ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay, ma'am? Ma'am. She done fell down all over other passengers, child. She is back there rumbling around on the floor. And I'm just like, what? So, it was almost like she was drunk. Like, it's not funny, God forgive me, but she was just thrown everywhere. Like, and the girl, there was like 2 black girls on the back row. We were on the second to last row on every flight. 2 black girls on the back row. She done fell all in the black girl lap. And she like, oh my God. The flight attendant is like, ma'am, are you okay? And she's like, I'm good. Girl, she was not good. Apparently she had fell all over another passenger back there after she said she was good. At this point, he walks her to her seat and she's like really hot and clammy. He's touching like, I guess her arm. And he's like, ma'am, you're really clammy. Are you sure you're okay? And she's like, yeah, you know, I got up so early this morning and I didn't eat. And I think she said she took her ADHD medicine just now. And I was like, and she was like on an empty stomach. And I was like, girl, I know she did not go in that bathroom and crush up them pills. That's just my thought process because she went from being fine to not fine. Even though the way she was rumbling them papers was driving me berserk. But she's like, I'm good. And they're like, well, let us get you something to drink. Let us get you some cookies. Girl, so they doing all that. They get her the cookies and they get her the water. Then the captain announces that he's not going to take off because a passenger got ill and they're not going to take off. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me right now. And now at this point, I'm like, y'all, this is all my fault. We're sitting there for at least 15 minutes waiting on this broad to heal herself. Then they ask, is there any medical personnel on the plane? And guess what happens? There's a lady sitting a row behind the sick woman. She goes, well, I'm a nurse. This woman did not do anything this entire time. And she sounded like she didn't even want to say that she was a nurse. I'm like, yo, this woman didn't do it. I mean, when she said she was going on vacation, she meant that thing. She starts asking her questions, and then I like overheard the woman say she had diarrhea. And I'm like, yo, shorty, are you serious right now? Like, you just nasty. Or you just didn't feel good before you had a little bug or something before you got on this plane. Either that or you lying. I don't know what's going on, but shorty, you are nasty. Everybody is just upset at this point. People is like starting to huff and puff and cuss, and people were mad. So I'm chilling. Like at this point, I got my phone. Y'all already know how I am. I'm a selfish little Gemini. I got my phone. I'm good, you know. So this went on for like an hour. They were trying to debate whether or not only the weather was messing up, but They were also trying to see if they were going to take off or make her stay behind. The flight attendant really was trying to get her to get off the plane, but she was like, no, no, please. She was begging like she really had to be somewhere. So they were trying to, you know, clear it through whoever. So a doctor ended up coming back there, and he had one of those little flashlights, and he was like checking her out. He was like, I think she's going to be fine. So eventually she got cleared and we could leave the gate. But all in all, we sat there for at least an hour and some change just between the weather and her. Okay, so when we arrived in Atlanta, I want to say everything was cool, and we like boarded our next flight shortly after. I don't think we had to wait that long, but I really, at this point, all these flights are starting to really run together, and you're gonna find out why. Everything was a smooth process after that. We got our rental car, went straight to the spot, which was like 30 minutes from the airport, the villa. So we stayed at the Magic Kingdom Villa. I think that's what it was called. I'll put the name on the screen, or I'll put it in the description box. But that place, I highly recommend. The view, like the property was so nicely set up. It looked like, if you look at it, it looks like townhomes, but just really modern. And y'all saw the footage when you go inside. It's just, it was really top notch. I really liked staying there. Like, really, really, really liked it. Loved how spacious it was. I loved how close pretty much everything was. There was like a Bahama Breeze down the street, an Ulta. There were outlets not too far that had like Prada, Burberry, all the designer outlets. It was just really, really nice. I really liked it, and I would definitely stay there again. And in my room, you saw I had the balcony, and it was just fire. So, highly recommend. So yeah, we ate out a lot. So we went to the parks. Let me just say, the parks are so different now than when I was a kid. And it was extremely hot. Let me talk about the weather. It was so freaking hot out there, y'all. I was not ready for that heat. I mean, sweat just rolling off of you. No shade. Nah, you could go inside, like, in the buildings and shop and all that stuff, but it was just hot. It was crowded at, what was it? Disney, like main Disney. What is it called? Is it called Magic Kingdom? It was super crowded there, but also spacious enough for you to walk around. Like when I was a kid, I remember it was pretty much nut to butt. Like it was crowded, but it wasn't too bad. You know, COVID, so it wasn't too bad. There was a lot of babies out there at Magic Kingdom. Ton of strollers everywhere. We didn't stay there that long because there wasn't a whole lot for my daughter to do there. So we ended up leaving. Plus that was like the day after all that traveling. So we ended up leaving. We went and got some food, and I think we like made a couple stops, and then we ended up going to the room, and then we ate more food later at the room. And then the next day we went to Seaworld, which I was really excited about because I've never seen the dolphins. I've never been to Seaworld. So that was really cool. You saw that, saw the dolphins, saw the orcas, ate some good food there. Went to this shark restaurant, ate in there. That was super cool. We were right next to the glass. That day we ended up eating, you know, we just kept eating, you know what I'm saying? There was like seafood restaurants. We had Bahama Breeze, like just eating crazy. Then we went to, the next day was Epcot. So that kind of got confused. Okay, so you have to reserve your spot for the parks on the websites because I guess they're counting how many people are going to be out there. So you have to do that prior to showing up. There is none of that ticket buying stuff right now. So make sure you choose the correct things, because I guess I messed up and put Animal Kingdom maybe, or Hollywood Studios or something like that on the day where we showed up to Epcot, but they ended up fixing it, but it could be an issue. My daughter's dad decided to pay for VIP parking, preferred parking, and all of that, which I recommend. So at SeaWorld, the preferred parking, I want to say, was $50 for VIP to be in the first 5 rows of the park. For Magic Kingdom, we didn't do any preferred parking, and we had to walk so far, and it sucked so bad on the way out of there. In Epcot, we did VIP or preferred. One or the other, either SeaWorld or Epcot one was 35 and one was 50. At this point, I don't remember which one was which, but have your coin dollars ready to pay for preferred parking if you know you ain't gonna want to walk. So Epcot was a disappointment too, because Epcot was, in my mind, I thought Epcot is where they had all the like Star Wars stuff and all the shows and stuff like that. I was mistaken, because at Epcot it was nothing but food, different countries. So you had Paris, Greece, Africa, China, all the different areas of food, and you could just eat and walk around. There wasn't like, there was roller coasters and stuff, but I'm not getting on no roller coaster. That was kind of a waste, because we ended up leaving there too. Me and Root got into it at that park, and it wasn't anything about us. It was just some stuff we just don't see eye to eye on when it comes to certain things. So at that point, I mean, not to like fussing and fighting, like I walk away and I just don't say nothing else. We had a disagreement, and so that kind of, we had already walked the entire park anyway, so by that point everybody was like ready to go. And so he asked Nasia if she wanted to go to Hollywood Studios, and she was like no, which kind of sucked, because I feel like that's the park that we should have went to, because that's the park where they had like all the simulated stuff and like Star Wars stuff and all the cool stuff. So missed out on that. And he had already paid, I think altogether for all the tickets it was like $1,000 for 4 parks for all 3 of us. So for the rest of that day, I ended up doing some photos upstairs. Now let's talk about, like, the rest of the trip was just mainly everybody sleeping, and packing and eating. And I ended up going out by myself to a couple stores, and I got something to eat by myself. Child, let's talk about the flight back. Or shall I say the flights back. So, we talked about this the night before, what time everybody was getting up, what time we were going to be out of the house, what time we wanted to arrive at the airport. My daughter's dad and I are both prior military, so timelines and stuff like that, yeah, and I'm glad that he was actually really a stickler for the timelines, because me, I'm just kind of like, whatever. But he was like, he's an Aries, so there's that. He was a stickler for the timelines, and I stuck to them because I'm like, whatever, takes the guesswork and the thinking out of it for me. All I gotta do is show up, fine. So we woke up around 5 a.m. We woke up around 5 a.m. We were out the door by 6, a little bit before 6:30. So we arrived at the airport to return the rental car around 7. Walked right into the airport, checked our bags, got right through TSA super fast, nothing like Charlotte TSA. And we were just waiting at the gate for our flight. We had time to stop and get a snack from Auntie Anne's in there, and we were just waiting for our flight at this point. We board the flight. We got to go up first a lot of the times because my daughter's dad used his active duty military privilege to go ahead and go to the front of the line on these flights. So we already, we're on the flight, we're seated, ready to take off. Girl, a couple moments later, we get an announcement that we're not going to be taking off because they need to have the engineers or whoever come look at the plane. There's some metal piece on the top of the plane that's not in place, da 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 da. Why didn't y'all know that prior to us getting on this plane? So we're like, okay. So we're sitting there. They keep updating us. Eventually, they decide this plane is not taking off because it's going to take at least an hour for them to finish the job. So they take and they kick everybody off the plane. So this has never happened to me before. So I'm like, okay. Girl, little did I know that that was going to turn into a 12-hour day. A 12-hour travel day on a Sunday. We go and we sit down, and everybody has to go to the ticket window, redo their tickets. Everybody that has connecting flights is screwed. A lot of people were just, Atlanta was going to be their last stop. That wasn't our case. So Root stood there and dealt with that. Nasia and I went to go get some more food or whatever. So then we get an update that that flight is not going to happen. And so they will update us with the next flight. That flight's not going to happen. This whole situation, and they're not even announcing it, it's just coming up on your phone. Canceled, canceled, canceled. So we're sitting there in Orlando Airport from 7 a.m. We finally flew out of Orlando at 4:11 is when the final flight was leaving that we could actually get on and leave Orlando. Hey y'all, so I need to finish the story from yesterday. I was so tired. I had so much to do, girl. I'm still trying to catch up from being home. So I gotta finish this story. Again, my screen is messed up, so girl, I don't know what it's giving. Hold on, let me slow this puppy down. So basically, like I said, our flights kept getting canceled the entire day, and it went from them announcing it on the intercom, which you could barely hear because it was so much going on, but then they just eventually stopped even announcing it, and basically it just came across your screen from the app, from the Delta app. And yeah, this was Delta. I usually fly American Airlines, but again, this trip wasn't, I didn't book the trip, so I don't know. I guess it could have happened to any airline, but it was so disrespectful. So they ended up giving Root a $90 food voucher, and we used that at Outback, but they didn't even have a full menu at Outback in the airport, child. So he ended up using that for that, and yeah, I mean, I'm not able to give y'all the dramatics of it, but just know that our flight was supposed to leave at 9 a.m. and the flight did not leave until like 4:11 p.m. That just gives you some context as to how long we were sitting in that airport, and it was bad. But after that, the next flight we got on in Atlanta left right around 6:53, so we made it with a couple minutes to spare. But apparently this has been going on a lot lately. I spoke to a couple people there, and they said that their flights were getting canceled not that long ago. So I guess there's something going on with maybe the airline workers. I'm not sure. But what happened was they ended up, so we were at one gate. So when we were finally able to board a plane, they took all of our stuff off the plane and transferred us to literally the next gate over. And I'm like, y'all could have did this all day. So I guess they basically just commandeered an airplane. They probably just took another, you know what I'm saying, airplane that had a short window of travel time or whatever. I don't know how these things work, but that is what happened. So overall, I would give this trip, I mean, I don't know what to even rate this trip, because it's like I ain't really have to pay for a whole lot of stuff besides like my outside stuff. So if you want to say like a free trip, okay, cool. But I had anxiety like the whole time. Like, it was just a lot of stuff going on. Being around my ex, it was just weird. It was weird. It just, it really made me miss my man. Yeah. He was actually, my boyfriend was actually supposed to join us. He was going to try and make it work, but like I said, the whole situation was so random and not really conventional. So it was really difficult for him to try to work that anyway. So yeah. But like I said, where we stayed at was really nice, and you know, getting VIP preferred parking and all that stuff was really nice. And I don't know if I shared with y'all. Yeah, I did tell y'all that we went to a restaurant with the sharks in it and stuff. Food choice is not the best, but just the whole vibe was cool, and they were able to make my favorite drink, which was a raspberry lemon drop martini, so I'm good with that. I'm headed to get me something to eat right now, guys, so this is where this video is going to end, but I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope you were entertained, child. It wasn't funny when it was happening, I'm telling you, but yeah. So leave me a comment down below, and let me know if you've had any type of crazy travel experiences. This is probably one of the most crazy travel experiences that I've had, and yeah, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on this small road, so I can't look at y'all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, girl.